And that's a bit more enough about me. We're getting this match here. Aklo going Young Link.
Yeah, so I haven't seen him Young Link it up. I mean, obviously his Link is a genuine tournament character for him, which he goes sometimes. But I mean, Young Link is like better in every way against Puff than Link.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like arguably Young Link wins the matchup. You know, he probably doesn't, but at least does really well. You know, does stupid well. It's very difficult for Puff to play. The matchup got really explored when Armada and HBox used to have it as like every grand final for a long time. Obviously, Young Link has projectiles, which make it Puff to come in, and then Jigglypuff is just a better character. So it's like a fight of like raw like power versus the runaway game and the game plan that Young Link can do.
I'm really good. Oh yeah. Also, production just gave us a word too. I'm glad that you brought the history to it with the Armada history, and also Axe has also had some history in using Young Link as well. But Aklo is also doing this for the low tier bounty. I believe he gets 50. I believe it's $50 for having the most games won with a low tier. I believe, or playing 50% of the games with a low tier. So Aklo going for that money there as well with this Young Link here.
Get that shmoney, bro. You know, like someone's gonna get 9th place and make less money than Aklo. So that's that's how you gotta think. You gotta think about the shmoney.
It's all about financial gains.
Yeah, but I wonder if he's as comfortable on Young Link as his Link. You know, a lot of times I think when I think of the Mario brothers, like Doc and Mario, and I think of the Link, the two Links, that the best way to play them, if you're gonna play them, is to play both at the same time, because they're not so different that you can actually do that, I believe. And just play the corresponding one for the matchups that they're stronger at, right? Like Link tends to be better against fast followers. Young Link tends to be better against floaties, right? And you can just do that all the time. There is a potential that Young Link's just better against everything. But I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think Link does have some stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely too. I mean, the Young Link's working out right now. I mean, we obviously have not seen just much history of his Young Link, but it looks like it's holding its own right now too. He's kind of doing the patented, kind of similar to, like you said, how Armada would usually do it too, with this very bomb-heavy sort of play. He gets the stock there too, so I mean,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, the taunt cancel as well.
I was thinking that like a suggestion I could have to Fizzy is like for unranked, maybe like limit people to 1 taunt per match.
Oh yeah.
Just based on my experiences, I feel like that would help a little bit, maybe. You know, just put it out there, put it in the ether and see if it sticks. Yeah. So as far as this match goes, it looks like 2Saint isn't hyper familiar. Like he's playing a lot of like standard Puff stuff, like some side platform stuff, trying to get in. Side platform work as Puff in this matchup, at least in my head. Obviously, I haven't played this matchup at a high level. Doesn't sound that good, right? Because bomb throw horizontal from one platform to another is just stupid strong, right? Like that is not something that Puff's general side platform game plan can really put up with. And the way HBox eventually overcame the matchup was just being in Armada's face.
Oh yeah.
And pushing Young Link off stage, like things like this, where there's a good punish differential still, right? Ultimately, Young Link needs a lot of projectiles to hit to take a full stop, and Puff probably needs slightly less openings. It's just the openings are so brutally hard to get.
Oh, indeed, too. And you're right. That's sort of that distance play, too. I mean, it's just a seesaw battle right now, too. And I think if you're Aklo, you're doing your job right now, and you're playing a very stellar game plan, too, because he's kind of just chipped away at 2Saint, too. He's gotten to this point, so he just needs to keep him just out of the distance. Right now. Oh, man, he almost got grabbed there.
Yeah, a second ago was like some of the distances that Puff often does best. Like that roll back by 2Saint, like these sort of things are what I don't like to see. Because you close the distance, you do some work, and then you're just rolling back into a boomerang, into a bomb. It's not helping. It's not doing you favors, right?
Yeah, you just get hit.
Yeah.
Puffs
aren't used to playing like that, though. You know, it's not like standard, and so it takes a lot of experience, I think.
Well, if you really, I mean, well, if you really put into context too, when's the last time 2Saint faced a Young Link too? That's the other thing. So I mean, it's like
probably,
he's
probably never.
Yeah, and
well,
especially
there's Bambi. There's Bambi, right? Bambi's helpful.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, ooh, man,
Oh,
that was an
wow,
opportunity right there by Aklo. Grab by 2Saint. This is big.
He's back. Could be trouble here.
Oh,
Oh
that was
man, I think he does have jump
unfortunate.
shot.
So I know Samus's grapple. We've learned lately that there's like an RNG component to it, whether it's
Oh
sweet
yeah.
spots or not. I'm not sure about the links, but that I mean, if you took a freeze frame for me, like as that grapple hit that ledge, I was like, is this a sweet spot? Maybe because I don't play grapple characters, but I would have been like, probably. I think that's probably a sweet spot. It looked okay, but it wasn't. And then Aklo lost the game. So I think it's so hard to know whether a grapple move is actually sweet spot or not. Like when I edge guard a grapple character, I just assume like one or the other. Like when I don't know, and it's like if it's not the other one, then well, whatever. You know, like I can't know these things. It's too hard. And I think a lot of people are actually like that. Like I bet if you screenshotted a ton of grapple positions for people, they'd be like, maybe sweet spot, maybe not.
Definitely a Link main or young Link main. He does go to Fox here, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's not. Ooh, pretty rough.
This might be harder. This might be harder.
That was a rough start. Eden, very quick. Oh my gosh, tied percent for the other that 6.
Oh, true. Cursed.
First.
Okay, up there. Second hit. You love to see it. Removing the smash die opportunities from the Jigglypuff. Generally, up rinse the time on Puff. It takes a lot of practice. Still not that hard in general, but the higher percents and getting second hit definitely take a ton of practice.
Well, you definitely know too, with most of these rollback H Foxes, dude, they've gotten really good at the timing of those aerials too. You notice how how meticulous they are with the timing, so it's very interesting to see what kind of methods Foxes do to get those up throw out there.
Yeah. See how Aklo does. I mean, Aklo's Fox is obviously the character that gets him the most wins. Very strong. 2Saint's considerably more versed in this matchup. Though does this double jump to the back air.
Yeah. There's another up air.
Yeah.
I really like to. I mean, and Aklo obviously known for his very solid defensive play too. He's really putting it on display too. I like how he's kind of keeping it sort of like, I'd say like a bubble almost per se for gets game done. Aklo likes to keep his opponents kind of in a fixed distance like a bubble too, where it's like you have to commit towards me too, but then I'm gonna just have this quick burst onto you and get a full low percent right now too. And it's very, very demanding to play.
Up throw S. Wow, that's a huge game changer in this this game. That's just big time.
Yes.
Yeah. Fox gets the trade, but it's still like Puff was losing that stock. Now we have a full last stock situation. Like, on FD, like to go up 2-0, like which is pretty much game clinching for relatively even skill level players like this. That's like monstrous. Oh my god. Okay, guess the tech at least.
Yeah.
That tech can be difficult because you don't know if they're gonna actually up air. You know.
Yeah. That's and he gets it. And there's like you said too. That's a big
2-0. 2-0. And actually, I got to be honest, it fell harder as Fox. It like I know that was what was that, a 3 rest game? So sometimes you don't want to take multiple rest games and like let it screw up your mental because they're pretty uncommon, right? Like you can get rested once, like, but in general, Puff doesn't usually get 2+. Like if Puff gets 2+ against any character on any stage, she should win. Like it's just come on, she okay with you, like. So maybe not take it too hard too much, and just go back to FD, but nonetheless, it did look not like the smoothest movement from Aklo's Fox I've ever seen. So
yeah, not as good. Would you say that 2Saint had to work a little bit harder in that Young Link game too, whereas he maybe didn't have to work as hard because he's against a matchup as familiar as Fox, because Lord knows how many Foxes 2Saint has played in his day.
Yeah, I mean, I think like if I look at the Young Link game, the main problem was Aklo's recovery.
Oh yeah.
Like that's not how the Armado games went at all. And I don't think 2Saint's like a master of edge guarding Young Link or anything. I just felt like probably Aklo doesn't have the experience with Young Link himself, and so who's giving up a lot of stocks they should have.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta hate when Puff do that, dude. Yeah, it's like it's such good risk reward for them because Fox are never holding to DI in situations like that, because usually when they go right next to your face, they're pushing for jump cancel grab, they're pushing for an up smash, they're pushing for something, right? and so their control stick isn't ready for the DI, and the up throw is so fast. It's like a generally an unreactable throw, or it's very difficult to react to the throw. And they'll do it because the risk rewards in their favor often.
Oh yeah, indeed. Too. I mean, they don't see it coming too because they're already holding forward too because they're running after, like you said, to get JC grab or nut smash too. So I mean, it's like they're already holding it in a given direction too. So when they get grabbed like that, it just stops everything. They're like, oh shoot, I'm in the air, and then, boom, you're rested. But again,
see, this is what I'm talking about, the movement. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Aklo is like going to run stop sometimes.
Oh man.
And I'm seeing like some jumps around.
Another.
Like,
that's like 3. That's 3. He's swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he seems nervous with these dashes. These are nervous dashes.
And those are, and they're not good ones either, because like he's dash dancing in the same place. What the guy PPMD always says is, look, man, you should dash dance, but try to make it not in the same place as much as you can.
What's
which is to say, yeah, I mean, it has some purpose because you get to stay your dash and stuff. But in general, like what makes dash dance powerful is that you can move as you do it.
Oh, wow. That's 2 rests already.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, you can't count for multiple rests until it happens, right?
Oh, yeah.
And when there's like slightly sloppy movement, it does happen more often.
Yeah, I don't know. Even though this is a tie game round, 2Saint just looks very comfortable right now. He seems like he's very much in the flow. He's content to play against Aklo with this sort of game plan too, and he's gotten so much more off of it. I mean, obviously, he's gotten like 5 rests in the past 2 games. I
don't know. I see like 7 opportunities, like a stock, where Aklo had opportunities to either go in or had like Puff in a bad position and either like slightly backing off or, you know, like I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things that he's not seeing, or maybe it's just that he's not as confident in his movement, so he wants to play a longer game.
I mean, he's doing a little better to stock. I mean, he's got the percent lead right now, but like you said, and with the rest that 2Saint's gotten, I mean, I think 2Saint's willing to take a stock rate too if he gets enough of the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Wow. You can tell the way dashes are very precise right now from 2Saint too. But Aklo, would you say first true lead of the match since
Yeah, pretty much the set. Yeah. And I still think he could win the set, right? Because I don't think 2Saint's playing that well either. You know, if I'm being honest. Well, I think 2Saint's played pretty badly all the games so far. It's just I don't think Aklo's playing pretty well. That's maybe it's the first games of the day and all that. So we'll see how it goes.
See, up throw. Oh, he's SDIing now this time too. You notice that 2Saint's SDI'd it twice now.
It's important.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's getting a little bit more comfortable too. Obviously, the sleep helps him too, does him some favors. But
wow, gets that. That only happened because Aklo decided to go in. Like if Aklo went for high angle, 2Saint wasn't ready in time. I think missed the first forward air.
Well, this could be Aklo's, you know, like I always say, the winner's bracket stock on the line for him right now.
Puff wants 1 aerial to get. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now up throw rest is available, but okay.
Nope.
The up air by Aklo keeps him in the set, keeps him in winners. Yeah, it's a big deal. Probably we'll see Dreamland now.
Yep.
As expected.
Yep.
Yeah. The way things are going, I don't expect Dreamland to be that strong of a counter pick, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Also, Young Link is still possible, I guess. I don't know. I bet Aklo is just going to go Fox from now on, just because Fox actually won a game. But like Aklo is not like where I see 2Saint struggling is actually the scraps. Aklo's not taking advantage of it, right?
Yeah.
But like in situations where it was like if it was like a Yoshi's where it was forced to take advantage of it, I think Aklo would pick some of the right options. Like there's been a lot of up tilts available on the table. There's been a lot of like 2Saint drifting towards available on the table that Aklo just kind of backed away from.
Yeah.
I think that if that's the case, I don't expect Dreamland to be that bad. So I still think we have a set on our hands.
Yeah, definitely too. I mean, I just think also, like you said, since Aklo is so good at defense too, you're right. It's gonna be very hard and demanding if they do go Dreamland because I think it's Aklo's strong point. I think defense has always been his strong point too. And he's won many sets as a result too. So, you know, let's see where they go. They do go Dreamland. So I'm actually very curious. Like you said, I'm very curious to see how this works out because I think Aklo is very comfortable when he has a lot of space. And you're already only a 3% lead, but he's already going to that.
That was a statement. Basically just like a statement. That has nothing to do with like actually trying to get a hit. It's just like, hey, by the way, that's what you signed up for when you put me on Dreamland.
Yeah. to see right now. I'd say it's too early to tell, but I mean, if it stays defensive like this, I wouldn't count timeout off the table too, unless some big openings happen.
Yeah. I think 2Saint's pushing, enough that it probably won't happen.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, 2Saint, primarily a little bit more aggressive.
Wow.
Oh, the classic Aklo taunt.
And losing the lead on Dreamland is like major.
Oh, yeah. Well, such low percent, also.
Yeah, exactly.
Only at 32.
Oh boy. 2Saint is now throwing himself into the Fox, which is not good. I hope 2Saint's not frustrated.
He's just gonna hold their crouch. I mean, with how defensive it's been, I mean, this is why I'm saying this. And he showed his cards pretty early. I mean, it could lead to timeout too if Aklo is willing to just hold this defense like he is right now.
You see some of the drifts, right? Like after that up air, Puff can just go in and say, okay, I missed the up air, I'm gonna go away. But then 2Saint still drifts into the Fox, you know?
What's more impressive about this whole thing? Oh, that's a big gamp, I'd say. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's huge. Keeps 2Saint in there again. Dreamland, Puff can live for a good amount of time, not really an incredible amount of time. Against the Fox at least.
This is very funny right now. He's just what is it? The past maybe he's just chilling, really. He's just big chilling right now. That's what it looks like right now. Obviously, there is some strategy behind it, but from the outside, it's just he's just doing his thing right now, running around.
Just going straight under over and over again.
Look at me, I'm Fox on Dreamo, guys.
As long as 2Saint doesn't get frustrated, I still think this is still quite okay. Like just don't let it get in your head. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
you can play this game.
One up the rest. Yeah, that's Stockley too. And he's held the lead so much better this time.
Dude, and the Dreamland stocks are still dying at 80, so who cares?
Yeah,
Why pick this stage if you're dying at 80, man? It sucks.
Yeah, maybe we won't see a timeout too because Aklo's been so efficient. Yeah. Oh, big up throw, and he gets it. That's huge.
Reaction.
Wow.
That was so nice.
Really nice.
Because from the pure center, it was actually a little bit to the right even. That's not that easy.
Oh yeah.
I know the top players like to say reaction tech chase rest is free. HBox doesn't do it, so it can't be that free is the way I almost look at it. But nonetheless, that one seemed harder. That one was farther. It felt harder.
It's like hitting a platform meet too if you're Falcon. It's like hitting a platform meet. Obviously, just with a lot more risk involved because you're in lag for just a couple seconds, or just a little bit longer than knee lag.
Oh, what a read! Okay, wow. 2Saint almost got a big situation there. I can see it cracking a little bit. We'll see. 2Saint's playing more confidently now. Oh, that's a rest out of shield.
Yes.
I don't know if that was actually good for the Puff to rest out of shield. Just having said that, but up smash on shield.
Maybe a bit too risky, but you're right. He is getting a lot more hits too. It's not. I mean, you notice that he wasn't getting a lot of hits before while Aklo had this lead. And, it's kind of. You're right. There were some cracks in the armor.
Puff should try to take a laser like ASAP. And if Aklo shouldn't laser. Oh yeah. Get out of up throw up air percent. Get into the 9s. Oh yeah. Okay, 91. Now it's very difficult to up throw up air. Definitely hard to single hit it. And so it's going to take 4 back airs, and that's where Puff can make the difference here.
Yeah. Oh, and I think 2Saint's aware of it too. You notice he's big chilling now. He knows you can't grab me, throw me here. Falling up.
God, falling up. Of all things to get hit by, that's the worst thing to get hit by in this game. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
None of these stocks have lasted at all for 2Saint. You got to make some juice out of it.
Yeah, was it 80, and then 110 too? So yeah, he's dying fairly early. I'd say.
So early, Aklo feels more survivable. How many more neutral wins has Aklo has the Puff had to actually win? A lot more, it feels like, right? Yeah. Which is not how this stage should go. That's not how the match war stage. That's just not how it should work. But it's just been Aklo's getting such good low percent kills.
And his top platform game too has just been brutal. I mean, could have been 10% there. Up throw back air this time.
Yeah.
He racked up percent. Right. Oh, 2Saint swinging a bit there.
2Saint looking out for falling aerials now, especially after getting hit by falling up air. It hurts. So you're thinking about it.
This is a little desperate right now, you'd say.
Yeah. But the thing is, when you start thinking about the falling aerials too much, then they just stay on top platform. Okay.
And back to what I say too. Aklo seems so content. Look at the timer right now. 240 right now and counting. Aklo is completely content with playing the strategy right now and just kind of withering away 2Saint.
That's 2Saint. You just gotta think. Look, I just need to get this to get last stock. If this gets the last stock, then the world, you know, I can take the set. I'm up. You know, I have a game to play with. Like it's all that matters is taking this one. And so don't overcomplicate it for yourself. Be patient. Don't throw yourself at him. That's where it's been troublesome.
Yeah, I mean the comment saying is we got a wave dash war right now. It looks like too. Whether it's a lag spike or there's them messing about, but you're right. As the comment saying, it just takes one.
Yeah, and you know what? Wear out his hands. If he's doing all this stuff, yeah, you got another game to play against me, bro. Have fun. Press left and right all you want. Maybe your adapter will break. You never know.
I mean, I'd say right now, I mean, it seems like it's like a pseudo breather per se, since they're just doing this right now. It's just humorous to see on the screen because it looks like there's just not much going on and they're just doing stuff, but it's actually very meticulous and there's definitely some intent behind it.
Yo, shout out to Brandon who's asleep right now. That's all I gotta say. Come on. That's melee, bro. Shout out to my boy Brandon.
He's through this one.
Go on. Hit him! Alright, okay.
We're good. Is it gonna be the game here? Let's see. No.
Alright, okay, alright. I got a little mad for a second, but let's go.
Oh man, this sort of the cheeky walk as they'd say is kind of just, you know, it's kind of like do.
Alright.
Yeah.
2Saint, you gotta know how to deal with this, man. I know it's not easy.
Dash tag, okay. This could be
so hard.
This could be an opening. Oh,
but you gotta get those. Like that one was huge, right? That's just a side B. You gotta get them.
You remember I said how this could be a timeout game? We may actually see it.
Nice dash attack. Oh, not enough.
This timeout's definitely on the table now, and I think I'm pretty there. Fine. Okay, fine. I was gonna say it may actually happen. Was it 43 seconds left on the clock when that game ended? Wow, what a war of attrition.
Yeah. All right. So good job by Aklo. Genuinely sick. I say that, you know, with no irony. Like, look, man, you're down 1-2. Do what you gotta do. And not easy to win those games.
Oh, yeah.
I know, you know, people can get frustrated sometimes watching that, but let me tell you something. Try to play like that. It's really hard. It's really hard, and it takes patience. And none of us have that. None of us have that. I don't got patience. So it's not easy to win like that. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's just mentally taxing, you'd say too. It's very mentally taxing. It's demanding as well too. It's just, you know, you wear them, you can wear them out in the process too.
Right. It's really taxing for the puff too. I'd say a little more taxing, but it is tough to deal with as a puff. So 2Saint's got hopefully still in it. I don't know if going Dreamland again feels like something you want to do as puff, right? You don't want to give up your Dreamland, but after that, I don't know. At the same time, I feel like that was a low number of rests based on how the set's been going. Though I mean, aside from the one-ish is normal for melee. And again, died at low percents every time. If one of those stocks was a standard puff Dreamland stock, then probably 2Saint wins. Also, gave up the lead in the first like 40 seconds. Had a full stock. Like, I don't know. I think 2Saint could go back. Also, I think it's good for like building you as a player. You know, you need to win. You need to have your Dreamland. You can't be just giving up your Dreamlands to the puff. Yeah, and it builds a skill and a muscle that like you'll need long term as a player. So being stubborn about it is not so bad. People in chat are talking about FOD and things like that, and that's also possible. But
would you say also just like, I mean, so you'd say in this case, stick to your guns, really? If you're 2Saint, just stick to your guns and what you have to do, just believe in the Dreamland like you always do.
So, okay, so your two major options, you already won on Battlefield, right?
Yeah, Dory
is a small stage like Yoshi's or FOD. Yoshi's is actually might be better than FOD because the side platform is a little more comfortable for puff. I know that's not like a lot of people don't think like that. But
there's a rest. There's one.
Yeah, there's one rest. Like the scraps, Aklo's gonna have to fight the scraps now.
Yeah, and it did get punched too hard off of it too. Only 44. I think 2Saint he'd gladly take the 44.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, so
2Saint I think is doing the decision that might be better for winning this tournament. But I do think Dreamland might have been better for like becoming a better player. So, but maybe not. Today's not the day for that because today is the day for rests. Today is the day for rests.
That is 2. Yeah, that's huge. And you could, I think it's definitely right now, at least on paper right now, it seems definitely like the right choice.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a clean. I mean, it's a complete opposite. I mean, it seemed like, I mean, Aklo annulled the Dreamling, and he had the full lead too. Now it's the opposite. 2Saint with the full lead.
And now we're seeing the Aklo's weaknesses that I talked about before. It's like, actually, Puff has been giving a ton of openings in the scraps, but like, Aklo's not actually been ready most of the time, and is maybe so used to the macro runaway game that hasn't used them. But nonetheless, bro, these low percent kills are like breaking my heart. You know, like it is so low. Like, how low was that one? That was like 20. Like, Puff is taking no damage this set. Just keeps on dying.
If you're Aklo, you love it. I mean, you absolutely love
it
too. And he's gotten so much mileage. It's like 5 stocks now in the process. But this is tight. This is tight. I mean, this is anyone's set. And you don't realize this could be a potential reverse 3-0 in the making right now if Aklo keeps this up.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Man,
nice edge guard.
It is.
No Randall either. You gotta look at the numbers as you roll up there.
Magic number, as they would say. But right now, 2Saint trying to shut the door on the reverse 3-0.
It's a backer. That's big. Up is now available.
Yeah, it is. 3 reps.
Wow.
It took 3.
3. No, I mean, and you know what? That sounds like a high number, right? Because I think 2 of the games that 2Saint won